Night falls. The jungle, a living, breathing entity, inhales the cool, damp air. And in the heart of this verdant darkness, a shadow wakes. Not born of the night, but the night itself, given form and purpose. Velvet steps through silver rain, a phantom gliding through a world of glistening emerald. Every droplet, a tiny, perfect mirror, holds its breath as he passes. They listen, not with ears, but with the tension of their own surface, feeling the silent displacement of his passage. Eyes like forged amber, catching the faint lunar glow and turning it into a focused, internal fire. They are ancient, holding the wisdom of 1,000 moon cycles, a lineage of hunters stretching back into the mists of time. And they are patient, for the night is long, and the forest yields its secrets only to those who know how to wait. There is power beneath the silk of his coat, a coiled spring of potential energy. Every muscle remembers the hunt, the explosive burst of speed, the precise and final act. This is a body honed by generations of survival, a perfect instrument of predation. His fur whispers in the moonlight, each hair a filament catching the ambient light, creating a shifting, liquid darkness. Breath clouds in the cool air, a fleeting ghost of warmth, then disappears into the chill of the night. A sign of life, instantly erased. Paws, broad and silent, kiss the earth with a reverence that belies their lethal purpose. They read the terrain like a blind man reads Braille, feeling every vibration, every shift in texture. The forest, in turn, answers with a profound silence, a pact of non-interference with its sovereign. He moves between the gnarled roots of ancient trees, a fluid ribbon of darkness weaving through the architecture of the old world. He does not fight the jungle. He becomes part of its fabric. The night moves with him, bending its shadows to his will. The hanging vines hold their breath, motionless curtains in the great hall of the jungle. Tiny fireflies, like scattered embers from a celestial fire, mark the path ahead, their intermittent pulses a silent rhythmic guide through the gloom. Silhouette and mist merge into a single primal image. He is a cutout against the heavens, a figure of myth. As his head lowers, intention sharpens, focusing all his senses on a single point in the distance. The hunt has a direction now. A slow exhale, controlled and deliberate, releasing a plume of vapour into the cold. The winter air, thick with the scent of damp earth and decay, bends around whiskers that are more than hair. They are extensions of his nervous system, mapping the world in 3 dimensions. His shoulders roll like a deep ocean tide, a display of effortless, liquid strength. With each movement, rain beads that have gathered on his coat break and fall, scattering like tiny diamonds in the darkness. For a fleeting moment, he crosses one blade of light, a lone moonbeam that has pierced the canopy. In that instant, he is revealed not as a shadow, but as a monarch crossing the threshold between his hidden realms. from the cover of fern to a moment of focus. The fronds part like a curtain drawn for a king. His ears, like radar dishes, tune to the hidden thunder of a distant heartbeat, filtering out the symphony of the jungle to isolate a single vital note. The branches of the undergrowth cut the darkness into a dizzying mosaic of black on black. He is here, then gone, then here again. The story of the night glides forward, written in these fleeting glimpses of motion. He pauses, a statue carved from obsidian, scanning the territory that is his by birthright. Above, the distant cold stars seem to wait for his signal, silent witnesses to the unfolding drama below. The ancient river stones sing a muted, percussive song underfoot, each step placed with surgical precision. The water, flowing around his pores, keeps his secret, washing away his scent and leaving no trace of his passage. The great buttress roots rise from the forest floor like the ribs of a fallen leviathan. From this vantage, the forest is a cathedral, vast and silent, and he is its solitary devoted keeper. Shadow meets the lens, a direct and unnerving gaze. For a moment the observer becomes the observed. It is a king acknowledging the witness, a silent understanding that his domain has been entered. Translucent leaves veil the crown, their delicate forms momentarily obscuring the predator. He is a ghost behind a paper screen, but momentum gathers, quiet and certain. The night is building towards its crescendo, and he is its conductor. In the heart of the jungle, where silence is a language, the hunt begins not with a sound, but with its absence. A forepaw lifts. Every sinew, every muscle fibre is a study in controlled power. Time stretches around the motion, each droplet of water held in suspended animation, a testament to the predator's absolute mastery over its own body and the world it moves through. Freeze. A single leaf, disturbed by a breath of wind miles away, sends a ripple through the stillness. The world narrows to a single sound, a single vibration in the air. All else ceases to exist. The panther becomes an extension of the forest's sensory network, listening with its entire being, processing a universe of information in a heartbeat. Appear. Disappear. The panther is a phantom, a whisper in the undergrowth. It doesn't walk through the jungle. It is woven into its fabric, a thread of shadow and intent. This is the art of becoming wind, of moving without presence, of being everywhere and nowhere at once. From the deepest shadow, a promise is made to the unseen prey. It is a vow of finality, a declaration whispered on the breeze. I am already there. The distance between us is an illusion you're still allowed to believe in. Here is the profile of purpose. Each movement is a sentence in a story of survival, a narrative written in muscle and bone. The panther's steps score the silence, not breaking it, but giving it rhythm and shape. This is a balance born of storms and perfected in stillness. Every line, from the tip of the nose to the curve of the spine, is controlled, deliberate, and lethally efficient. A tale writes the next scene, a final punctuation mark on a silent thought. The vines read the script, swaying in unison, keeping the secret of the hunter's path. Light flares, then fades, a curtain rising and falling on this jungle stage. The hunt continues, relentless and inevitable, a force of nature moving towards its conclusion. Ridge crest, a moment of elevation, a survey of the kingdom below. The horizon bows to the traveller, acknowledging its sovereign. Now midnight carves detail from the formless dark. The coat is no longer just black. It is a tapestry of shadow and starlight. Blacks become infinite, a void from which two burning eyes emerge. Here 2 monarchs are in truce. The panther, ruler of the terrestrial dark, and the night itself, keeper of all secrets. For a moment the hunt is paused, as night keeps counsel with its own. A sliver of moonlight, a final caress of sidelight, crowns the whiskers. In this profound quiet, where breath is the only percussion, silence speaks volumes. It speaks of patience, of power, and of the certainty of the dawn to come. In the deep velvet of the Amazon, where the air itself is a living thing, a shadow takes form. It begins with a line of absolute resolve, a steel jaw set against the encroaching darkness, a profile carved from obsidian and moonlight. Every breath is a ghost, a wisp of winter smoke in the humid air, a visible sign of the potent life force held in perfect coiled stillness. This is the patient power of the apex, the quiet before the storm. But the true story is told in the gaze. Here, eyes hold galaxies, swirling with ancient instinct and the cold, hard light of distant stars. They are twin pools of liquid night, reflecting a world unseen by others. And with the soft, deliberate motion of a closing curtain, they can erase those galaxies with a blink, resetting the universe to a single focused point of intent. The target, the path, the inevitable conclusion. Above, the canopy conspires. Giant waxy leaves frame a verdict, creating a natural aperture, a tunnel of sight that isolates the hunter from the hunted. The jungle itself is complicit in the drama about to unfold. And in this theatre of shadows, the world waits, holding its collective breath for the will of the panther to be done. This is his kingdom. The floor of the jungle, a tapestry of decay and rebirth, soft with moss and treacherous with root. It is a place of profound silence, yet it is never truly quiet. You can feel the drums inside the earth, a primal rhythmic pulse that beats in time with his own heart. Water seeps from the soil, clinging to every surface. Stones shine like constellations scattered across the dark ground, each one a waypoint on a map only he can read. He charts them softly, his mind navigating the terrain with an intimacy born from generations of shadow walking. The night is a symphony of whispers. Insects write overtures in clicks and chirps, a frantic, living score. Frogs add their percussive voices from hidden pools. But he is the maestro of this orchestra. He conducts with silence, filtering every note, isolating the one sound that signifies prey. The moonlight falls in slivers, casting iron bars of darkness across his path. For any other creature, this would be a cage. For him, it is camouflage. Freedom lives in the gaze, in the knowledge that these bars are not a prison, but a veil from which to observe, to plan, to emerge. The decision is made. The body sinks, low and forward, a fluid compression of muscle and sinew. Every fibre aligns with a single purpose. Tension blooms without a sound, a palpable force that charges the air around him, a promise of imminent, explosive grace. Now the final approach. Padded legs measure distance with the precision of a master architect. Each step is a silent calculation, a perfect placement of weight. As his paws press into the foliage, dew abandons the grass, the only evidence of his passage. Look closer. See the starlight in the pupils, a reflection of the cosmos held within this perfect predator. The focus is absolute, the world narrowed to a single point of destiny. A story is about to begin its final breathtaking chapter. The movement ceases. The stillness becomes thunder, a roaring silence that is more powerful than any sound. Time itself seems to warp, to stretch, to hold. Short praise. We lean in, caught in the gravity of this moment. Then a snap in the dark, a single careless twig. It is the signal, the trigger. The universe contracts to this one fatal sound. Destiny tightens its coil, and the shadow prepares to leap. Crowned by stormlight, rain anoints the sovereign. Centered, unmoved, the night takes shape, elegance honed to an edge. The wild wears a suit of shadows. He turns. One final glint, then darkness holds the throne.